Hi everyone, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee, and this is me, Banshee, with the Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's doing well financially. Let's hope this is a good week for everyone. But as we always do, we start out with a card for the collective. Whoops. And let me cut them, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so one more time. Oh! I grabbed the wrong thing, but maybe we'll just go ahead with it anyway. I thought I had my success oracles today, but I have the art oracles, which I use on Fine Artist Friday right now. So,
the art of the deal.
The art of the deal. Thank you, Mr. Producer. We'll just say that and not blame it on Mercury retrograde.
Or a certain...
Oh my! And then I pick one of the most sleaziest ones in the deck. Tracy Eamon. Shame on you, Tracy. What is this? So, it says, don't hide your dirty sheets in the washer. Concentrate on finding, not losing yourself in your art. Could also say that with business as well. Decay can be a fertilizer for new ideas. So, all those projects that have not worked out, right there, you just take what you can, from it and create something better. So let's see what it has to say about this artist here. As I search for her. That's the one thing about, oh, there it is. She's right at the end here. Tracy Eamon, United Kingdom, 1963. Like a good friend rolled in garbage, the work of Tracy Eamon, British rep at the 2007 Venice Biennial, is both intimate and a potential biohazard. In Everyone I've Ever Slept With, 1963 to 95, the viewer is welcomed into a small camping tent in which Eamon delivers on the title with those bedmates' names appliqued to the interior walls. Her acclaimed and contested My Bed consists of Eamon's mattress after a depressive episode, topped with stained sheets, stained panties, contraceptives, empty bottles, cigarette butts, and the emotional compost that fertilized this mess. Eamon's personal and confessional works are not only self-portraits, but reflections of societal taboos. So, I don't know what else to say other than, hey, sometimes it's a dirty world in business, And sometimes the dirty laundry comes out to haunt you. All right. So let's move on. And some people make money off that dirty laundry, too. Okay. Well, that was kind of fun for a impromptu collective reading. Let's move on. And before we get started, I want to give you the outlook for the week ahead astrologically. This reading will be for the elemental signs of the Zodiac from June 6 through 12. The moon is traveling from Aries Taurus, which it's in Aries right now, which is why I'm all decked out in my red, to Cancer next Saturday. And so on Sunday, it's going to be in Aries, moving into Taurus. The new moon solar eclipse is in Gemini on June 10th. And Mars is going into Leo on June 11th. So a little bit of activity going on there. All right. We're going to start with our friends, the air signs. Get the show on the road. As you can see, I'm filming in our library. Nice setup Mr. O made for me here.
Thank you.
Okay, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is for you. Let's start off with that focus card for the week ahead. Oh, it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups is reversed. So, well, air signs, we got to get a grip on our emotions this week. There could be a tendency to act out. There could be a tendency to kind of let situations overwhelm you. Try to get a grip. Try to get a grip. Let's see what you can best do to prepare for that focus. Okay, it's the Page of Swords reversed. Well, so the best way to prepare for that focus is watch how you're communicating with others, Don't, excuse me, don't let arguments get out of hand. If you're going to make a point, don't make it with a point, if you get what I'm saying. Be responsible how you react, to situations here, and be clear in your communications. Don't let your emotions, get the better of you when you're talking about your plans and your situation, your financial matters with others. So what about people this week? How will they be? Will they be helpful, hurtful? Will they be cooperative? Well, look at that. We have the Strength card. The Strength card is upright. You can get your strength from others this week. Others will try to, calm the tensions, calm you down, try to let you know they're looking out after, everything, and settle down. It'll be all right. It looks like you can get a lot of support from them, in the week ahead. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? Well, this isn't a week to get a lot done, I would say. This is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. And so I feel like you're just not going to be that into it, on the workplace. Also, as far as your material matters go, my caution to you would be to be careful. Don't be sloppy. Don't just do things without thinking about it first or without realizing what's involved. Do the work, do the research, talk to advisors, talk to people that you have to talk to. Don't slack, or you could stand to lose, in this week ahead. Oh, gee, I wish I had better, things to tell you, air signs, but it looks like it's going to be kind of a rocky, possibly Mercury retrogradian week for you. Oh, man. Well, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Let's hope things are a little better for you, for us, as I sit here in all my red. Okay, let's see, fire signs. I'm almost ready for you. A couple more shuffles. Okay. Okay, fire signs, your focus is interesting. For the week ahead is another king, reversed. It's the King of Swords reversed. So, fire signs, we've got to be careful about the decisions we make in the week ahead. We got to make sure that, we're looking out for our best interests. And also, we got to be even-handed when we're dealing with the people we work with, or if you manage people, don't be too controlling or too, harsh, in your dealings with people in this week ahead. How best you can prepare for that focus? Well, maybe you should just immerse yourself in your work. It seems like you have a lot going on and a lot of things that maybe even to the point of wearing you down. So, if you're feeling overburdened and you're thinking in terms of, taking it out on others because of it, instead of doing that, why don't you nicely ask them for a helping hand? Don't beat up on people, but do what you can, to see if you can get some help. And people this week are going to be more than happy to help you. Following that Ten of Wands is the Ace of Cups upright. And the Ace of Cups upright is, people are in a really good frame of mind. They're very positive and upbeat. And so I think they will, be more than willing to help you out in whatever you need. And it's possible, despite this kind of, I don't know what I want to call it, curmudgeonly attitude that maybe you have, people are going to, try to uplift you, in this week ahead. So let them. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? Well, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a reason to party with that Three of Cups upright by week's end. So that means there could be some profit. There could be some good news, some joyful news from others, who might have either found a great place to invest your money, or, they might just have completed a job, a task, an assignment that was very important, maybe brought some money, sales in. Looks very, very positive, like there is a cause for celebration at the end, fire signs. Woohoo! So that looks pretty darn good for you. Good luck with that in your week ahead. Well, all that heat from the fire signs makes me thirsty. Okay, so that means it's time for the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You are up. I think my producer was wondering when I'd come up with something corny to say for the fire signs or the water signs, right, Mr. Producer?
Maybe.
You had to know it was coming.
You make good choices.
Some maybe. All right. Okay, my watery friends, let's see what's going on with you. Your focus for the week ahead. Oh, water signs, water signs. What am I going to do with you? It's the Tower. The Tower's reversed. So that means that, some of the things that have been going wrong for you lately, you're in danger of repeating again if you do not learn the lessons you've needed to take away from that, Why do things the same way if they didn't work the first time, right? What are you hoping for here? So the idea is, to take in what went wrong, think about what you could have done better, and then do that. So that's your focus for the week ahead, is trying to figure out what is the lesson, what is the takeaway, how should I do things differently this time, not repeating the same old, same old. And how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, we got the Knight of Cups here upright. Think about that a minute. So, very watery card. So I think that, you have to take in, I think something might happen that will make you happy, that you will realize could bring you great joy. Some news, some information is coming in, and now it's the matter of, are you ready for it? Are you ready to move forward on this? Have you learned what went wrong the first time so that, as you go after these new joy-filled opportunities, you are not going to make the same mistakes? So I guess, that's sort of what's happening here. We'll go over this again, I think, more at the end and see how it fits. I probably really haven't been doing a recap for these, have I? I guess I've been slacking. So basically, well, what about people this week? Will they be helpful or hurtful? Will there be issues? I think that basically, People are getting back to in the swing of things. It's funny because the COVID crisis has lessened in the U.S. and various places, and so some people are trying to return to a new normal. So I kind of get the feeling on the workplace here that it's back to work now. Some of us are going back into the office, into the workplace. Some people are taking jobs, that have become open during the pandemic. There's lots of jobs available, particularly in the service industry. So I feel like people are going to help out here, and people are going to get you back on track and get moving for you. And it's also, if this might be a time too where you might be able to make more appointments with people, per person to person, to discuss your finances, to discuss your business, to get more hands-on stuff happening than we've been able to do. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you water signs? And I'll tell you what, you do have a couple of cups here. But this one is the 5 of cups upright. So it seems to me that here you are again, kind of dwelling on that past stuff. And kind of maybe I'm having a bad feeling here that by week's end, we might be repeating that cycle or just going in the wrong direction here, because you are dwelling on losses as opposed to like new opportunities for good things that might be coming. Let's recap this one again. This one is a little bit more complicated anyway and deserving of a recap. Looks as though you're starting off on the wrong foot. You're starting off with not really taking in some valuable lessons from past mistakes and learning how to correct them. And in the business world, in a financial world, that can cost you. So the best way to prepare for that focus is to take new opportunities that are coming your way and do them differently, based on what went wrong the first time. Don't repeat what went wrong the first time. Think about how you can do it better. And people are ready to get back to work. They're ready to get back in and fight the good fight for you. They're just hoping that they want things to grow. They want things to grow and develop, but they know they have to put the effort in to make it happen. They have to give you the advice you need. They have to put you in the right direction. They have to bring in the money. They have to do the work. Ultimately, by week's end, though, it looks as though we're going back to the future, back to the past. Seriously here, because you are dwelling on those losses as opposed to the solutions, Instead of dwelling on what's gone wrong and the problems and then just going through it all over again, focus on what you need to do to make things better. Because it looks like by week's end, we're kind of stuck in that cycle. Good luck with that, water signs. Hey, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This one's for you. Let's see if the grass is greener for you this week. All right. Your focus for the week ahead. Well, I find this one a mixed bag, the Four of Pentacles. It is reversed. So I don't know, it can be good, can be bad, but I think what it's saying here is, hey, you got money, spend it. Give some away. Maybe help somebody out. Maybe, you're in a position to loan money to people who are starting up businesses or trying to start up ventures. So maybe this is a time to let loose a little bit and let go, and buy some needed stuff for the business even. Or just have a little fun. Maybe, for example, you could maybe withdraw some dividends on some stocks or something. Well, but maybe not so fast, because preparing for that focus through the week ahead is the recurrence of the King of Swords reversed. Boy, those kings are coming up a lot today, and not in a positive direction. So I kind of think here, be sure that, you're not going overboard, with your spending, I would say. Be sure that, you're making the appropriate decisions. And maybe that's also an admonition to not just be self-oriented about this. Maybe you need to think of others too. Maybe you also need to think of who is affected, by the decisions that you are making here with your money. Well, what about people this week? Will there be help, cooperation? I think so. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is a nice spot for that. I feel that, people right now are more than willing to help out. I feel it's almost like, maybe there are some bankers, advisors, people who, you almost feel like are family to you, that, are really there for you when you need them. And they might help you with some of your money situations. They might offer you a loan that you need. It looks like there is support, and it might even come from family, There is definitely a very secure environment around you. This is also a time, I feel, where family businesses in particular, are going to be favored. So, looking good there, Earth signs. But ultimately, like the water signs, are there going to be forward or backward movement? No movement at all. You have Five of Cups here. It's kind of like, I think in this case, Earth signs, I feel like you're not dwelling so much on those past losses, but something is making you ignore some opportunities that are present around you right now for growth and expansion. Maybe you're too busy spending that money and you're not paying attention to some new opportunities for investment. Maybe as we go through this again, I have another thought for you. So let's recap. You have money to burn, and so burn some. I think that's what the key is this week. The focus is, how can you burn it and be constructive about it? And how can you also be sure that, you're looking out after others who might be affected by this? You should still be a good steward of your resources. Don't get carried away, and make sure these decisions are, the right ones for you. I feel like money is abounding right now, particularly in family-owned businesses. It just seems like there is definitely support from others materially. They might even give you some of this money that you have to spend here. And ultimately, I feel like maybe some of this money that you have to burn, you should reinvest. Maybe the sign here is there are opportunities here to grow that money. So maybe you should look into where you can invest that money, whether it's in real estate, whether like tangible resources like that, or you should invest in some stocks or bonds, whatever the case may be. Maybe that's what this is about. So think about all that in this week ahead, Earth signs, because something is brewing, and it's not all bad, but you might miss an opportunity if you're not paying attention. So be aware of that. All right, well, that's what I have for everybody for this week. Don't forget, it is a good time for you to catch up on Mr. O's emotional exchanges to see where everything is headed on an emotional level in the week ahead. And don't forget Goth Tarots every Wednesday. And gee, it won't be long before we'll be doing another monthly modality message for you all. So do check out our website. We've got a 2-for-1 sale going on right now for the month of June. Buy one card reading and get one free. More details on our webpage, so check into that as well. TFTtarotfortoday.com. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Great seeing you all, talking to you all. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.